Underdog Fantasy Today. Pick'em NBA Dallas Mavericks Golden State Warriors Game 2 in Golden State. Again, there is a link in the description below to sign up for Underdog Fantasy. They do match 100% of your first deposit. I'm not a gambling expert. It's not financial advice. These are just the plays that I am looking at making. But I'm going to give 5 plays tonight that I like in this Dallas Mavericks Golden State Warriors Game 2. 5 plays total. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So the first play that I like is going to be Luka Doncic, 3.5 3-pointers made. I like his under here tonight. You can see here in game 1, he went 3 for 10, 6 for 11 against, right? So he's only hit over 3.5. 1, 2, 3 of his last 8 games. 3 of his last 8 games, he's hit over 3.5. I think they're just honestly guarding Luka up higher, kind of pressing him a little bit higher when he picks the ball up past half court, not really allowing him to get a ton of threes off. Obviously, he's not in a lot of catch and shoot situations, being the primary ball handler of this team, but he hasn't hit 3.5 in 3 of his last 4 games. So I just like his under here, 3.5. I think 4 3-pointers tonight is a little bit of a tall task for Luka. I think he can maybe get 3, but maybe getting that 4th one seems to be a little difficult. And honestly, any of the Luka lines, this is the only Luka line that I really feel confident in the under. Obviously, he did not play that well in game 1. He only had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Shot 6 for 18 from the field, which is for Luka 7 turnovers as well. So for Luka, a very, very tough time in game 1. I think he does play better tonight. I think you could really smash the over on this turnovers as well, 4.5. Fantasy points, too, is a tough call, 30, 57, 69. But I do think he plays a lot better tonight. But I'm taking the under on his 3.5 3-pointers made, specifically tonight. Coming down here for Dallas Mavericks, I like Spencer Dinwiddie's over. We took his over in game 1, and he smashed that. He had 17 points in game 1. He's coming off 3 straight games of 15, 30, and 17. Been playing well, playing with quite a bit of confidence. Been shooting the ball well too. 5 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers, and then 3 3-pointers made. So he's actually hit 13 3-pointers in the last 3 games. I think he continues to play well. I think he continues to play with a ton of confidence, which is what you want to see from Dinwiddie. And 12.5 points. The line being pretty generous here on Underdog for Spencer Dinwiddie. He's going to play at least 25 minutes. I think he's going to take, at minimum, he's going to take 10 shots. So pretty easy for Spencer Dinwiddie, in my opinion, to get that at least over 12.5 points. I'm taking the over on that. Coming down here to the Golden State Warriors, I like Steph Curry's over fantasy points. He hit this in the last game in game 1, 44. He's had 44 and 50 in his last 2 games. Obviously, the Memphis game 6, and then the Golden State versus Dallas game 1, he had 44. With a line of 21, 12, and 4, he had 44 fantasy points with only 21 points. He did have 12 rebounds, which is quite a bit for Steph Curry. But I like his over here. I think 41.85 fantasy points, rather low for Steph Curry in a game 2, which I'm sure he's going to come out and play very, very well tonight. I think he's going to play a little more aggressive on the offensive end too, with only scoring 21 points. I think he comes out, scores at least 25. It makes it that much easier to get that 41.85% or 41.85 fantasy points. Coming down to Klay Thompson, and this is another day we're going to take this Klay Thompson under 27.5 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. Now, in game 1, he had 15, 5, and 4, so 24 fantasy points there, or 24 PRA. His only time he's hit this, honestly, the only time he's hit this 27 PRA is 1, 2. He's hit this 2 times so far in the entire playoffs. Right, so 2 times 27 PRA, or I guess since the Western semifinals and then the finals. He's hit this 2 times in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. 2 times of his last 7, he's hit 27.5. In this game, he's playing against a ton of defense against Luka specifically, so his hands are kind of full. The Dallas Mavericks have some defenders to throw at Klay. Dorian Finney-Smith playing a little bit on Klay. Obviously, Luka's playing a little bit on Klay. But he just does not get the peripheral stats, rebounds and assists, in order to really feel confident in this being a smash. I feel more confident in his over 20.5 points than I do his 27.5 PRA. So I'm taking the under here on Klay Thompson's 27.5 PRA. And then the last play that I like is going to be Andrew Wiggins. And it, of course, has changed on me. Let's see if it's the same line. And now it's 16.5 points, which was a jump, honestly. I had this is at 15.5. Now it's at 16.5. Definitely a little bit closer, but I'm still going to take the over here on Andrew Wiggins, 16.5 points. The line did jump. It was at 15.5 when I started this video, so that goes to show you that Underdog does change their lines without notice, and they will change them. So 16.5, we're going to still roll with the over here on A. Wiggins. Had 19, 18. He's good for at least 15, right? Like, seems like he's like good for at least 15 in this offense with Golden State. So I like his over here, 16.5 still. I think he has been shooting the ball pretty well. Obviously going to play a ton of minutes. Underrated player for the Golden State Warriors, in my opinion, with Jordan Poole. I think A. Wiggins definitely super, super underrated in this offense. I like his 16.5 here. So those are my 5 plays on Underdog that I like in tonight's slate NBA game. Just one NBA game. Luka, under 3.5 3-pointers. Spencer Dinwiddie, over 12.5 points. Steph Curry, over 41.85 fantasy points. Klay Thompson, under PRA. And Andrew Wiggins, over 16.5 points. So let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these plays here on Underdog. The PrizePicks video will be coming up shortly. Again, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or there is a link in the description below to sign up for Underdog. If you hit that link, they will match 100% of your first deposit. So that's all I have today. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and as always, have a great day.